Hmm. Okay. Hey, what's up, Rasul? How you doing? Hope you're doing pretty well. Just gonna wait a few minutes for people to come in, and then we can just chat about stuff. I'm not playing any games today or anything like that. Number one fan, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think my motherboard's having issues. I've been troubleshooting my computer, and it could be a motherboard issue, which I have to update the BIOS and then see if that will fix things. Yeah, let me zoom in my camera. You guys can see my absolutely beautiful face. I've thought about it. I haven't made any decisions about it yet. Dude, it's like I'm just I don't know. I don't know yet. Just give me some time. If it wasn't for me needing to fix my GPU, I've been so focused on that amongst other things. Oh my god, bearded face. Yeah, I know. I know. I'll just wait one more minute. I'm not gonna do the usual five. People come in late, they come in late. I mean, I stream late. Yeah, thanks, man. But yeah, so there's been some Neo 3 information, small things here and there, nothing like super huge or groundbreaking, I think, for players, for anything like that. But like in my Discord, I've been looking through, I've been getting clips of like Tokyo Game Show footage. And so I've been scanning through them to see if there's anything noticeable or anything that I think would be worth your time to take a look into. So I picked out a couple of things that I think are valuable. A lot of the gameplay from the people playing, like it's adequate, but it's I think what would be more interesting for people is to see what they could do if they had the controller in their hands. So focus more on that. The question, quick question: am I tripping, or is the deluxe edition really 110? Uh, well, why don't I show you? You're not tripping. It is $110. It is that is in the if you're in the U.S. like I am, that is expensive. $20 a DLC. So hopefully, like it's a lot of money. And I know I've said before that like, hey, Neo 2, I'd pay like $100, right? And while that's true, that's because I got a ton of value out of it. Now, that's after I understand the full scope of it. I don't understand the full scope of Neo 3. Straight up. I don't. Like, bro, we've just got a demo. So it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, no doubt. And the standard edition of the game itself is 70, which is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of money, and obviously in certain regions it's a little cheaper, and so it's a big concern. Like regardless, it's a lot of money to drop. Now the thing is, there's no urgency to buy this. I'll just tell you that. Um, because if you take a look at the differences here, yeah, this is better. You can see the differences here. Yeah, you get the early purchase bonus, and the digital deluxe has like it has some like cool little things, but all this stuff is like not that serious. Get like a charm here, a charm there, early purchase bonus. Really, like you here's what you can do. If you really want like the season pass, you can like I think you can buy the season pass separately. right? Like you get a purchase bonus. It's cool. Like, all right, neat. But like, you can just buy this season pass. you'll get the bonuses pretty much like anyway. You can like wait like I think it's 2 weeks, so that's no big deal. What do I do in my full time? I am a relationship marriage coach. But yeah, $110 is expensive, straight up. So there's no urgency to pre-order. You don't like get anything right now except I pre-ordered. So it's not like you get any goodies for Nioh 2. Nothing. You can, if you really like want these pre-order bonuses, I think they specifically say like you have like 2 weeks or some shit. It's like until February 19th or something, and then you can like get those things. So it's not like you're not really gonna miss out right away. And don't forget, they're gonna come out with a complete edition. So like if you're really that worried, you can wait for that. But like the pre-order bonuses are ultimately just nice to have. They're not like, I mean, I don't think like don't let yourself stress out. You got like early purchase bonus. Let's see. So here, take a look. Early purchase bonus will be available for those who purchase the game by February 19th. All right. So there you go. February 19th of 2026. If you decide to buy the game, then you get this. All right, cool. And even when you play the game, it's going to be like defunct in like the first 5 levels. Digital pre-order bonus. Please be aware that bonuses may become available for purchase or for free at a later date. Okay? They're letting you know up front, which I appreciate. Same with this. Same with the Infernal Weapons set and all this stuff. It might become available later for free or as add-on content. So like I wouldn't stress. But yeah, it's a lot of money, so of course take your time to like decide whether or not you want to buy it. I obviously am a Nioh content creator pretty much, and so for me like the $110 is like nothing. It's still like, for me though, like if I'm gonna go to the store and buy a game just like casually and it's like $110 for everything, I'm like, bro, that's a lot of money. That's a lot. Like, even like it's still a lot. And I certainly don't want like other people to spend that much. It'd be like, yeah, this is the one game I'm gonna buy. Like, it's to me, it's less about like the raw cost and more about the principle. If anything, it's like I've spent more money on other shit, so it's just like, $110 for a video game is a lot. So either it's a corporate thing or it's like, we have so much confidence the game is so fucking good that like we can charge it. I'm like, and I hope it's the latter, but just wait and see. But yeah, so Nioh 3 is not out yet. The release date will be, as is stated, February 6th, 2026. So there's that. It will release at the same time in PS5 and Steam at the same time. So if you're a PC gamer, you don't have to wait for the port. You can play it day one. Just the same as much as anyone who's on the PS5. People like myself will be playing it on the PS5. Because, yeah, that'll be nice. So, hope that addresses your questions and at least gives you a path forward in regards to the concerns for the price. So let's talk about, I'm going to kind of showcase some things people may not have seen yet. And these are things that you can find on your own very easily. Like, it's not complex to find them. It's just time consuming to find them. So I'm here to save you guys some time. So first things, they did have a Tokyo Game Show thing last night. From that information, if you want to look, you can just like look at Koei Tecmo channels and you can like go to like specific timestamps. So what I'm going to talk about today and what I would be happy to chat with you guys about is things related to the weapons, which is not just the identity of the weapons, but some of the move slots and things of that nature that I was able to figure out. So a lot of cool like little details, whether it's input bindings that you can that will show that weapons will be more diverse even on the ground, even for certain stances, as well as ninja style things. And just let's just have a chat about it. So So yeah, like here's a picture, for example, of the ninjutsu that they have showcased. And remember, this is just a start. This is a start of some of the ninjutsu that we will be able to mess around with when it comes to the main game. So, these inputs I think we're all pretty much familiar with on some level. But these, I'll kind of just break it down. You got a shuriken, you've got like the fire, water, lightning, and wind feathers up here, right? And then you got like the bombs, you got like the fire breath, and it looks like you can have like set some traps with this one. We got the caltrops, you've got that like dash forward thing, you've got that jump up to the maximum heights, you've got the burrow in there, you've got cicada shell, and then yes, chicken burrito, your eyes do not deceive you. We can, in fact, transform into a Scampus. But before I get to that, got poison breath as well. But Scampus, you can transform into the Scampus. This is official. You've got Scampus transformation right here for ninjutsu. If you need a reason to pre-order, this is your fucking reason. You can transform into a Scampus in ninja style. There you go. Ninja style is goated forever. I don't want to hear any more people saying, oh man, I don't think they should have added ninja style. Nah, bro. This is all the justification they need. You feel like having only 4 elements is sort of a downgrade? I mean, that makes sense. We had 5 elements, now we're going to 4. So what the hell's happening? We'll have to see if whether the changes for Nioh 3 justify the reduction or not. Hooper, can we transform to Gakis? You're emotionally banned, okay? That's it. Are there new weapon types for Samurai? Pre-order bonus says 14 weapon types. So let's just showcase this. So for Samurai, here are the 7 weapons that it will have. Here's what I speculate they will be. Sword, dual sword, spear, and odachi. Axe, fists, and switchglaive. That's my guess. So are those new from Nioh 2? Not necessarily. I mean, they're not. Like, not necessarily. They're not. They're the exact same weapons we expect from Nioh 2. But even with that being said, to me, I'm keeping an open mind because there are new inputs, and I'll talk about that soon. There's new inputs, new active skills. So my thinking is that it's basically going to be a direct upgrade from the weapons that were in Nioh 2, especially with shit like arts proficiency. So just take a look at this video right here. All right, take a look at this right here. That's arts proficiency. I want to, like, you can keep rewatching it because it's one of the, there's a lot of little details in there that can be easy to miss. So 3 strong attacks into flowing shadow, and then immediately into quick draw. There's no sheath key pulse thing. It's just straight into quick charging the quick draw. So it's faster. So you can chain those things together, and so there's a lot of interactions with the weapons that are very peculiar as well. For example, with the dual swords, yes, obviously it's the same dual swords that we know from Nioh 2, and a lot of the hey, what's up, Ronan? Yes, you can chain skills. It's intentional. So here's the thing. Dual swords for Samurai, because of arts proficiency and the way that it works, the first skill you use to actually start off arts proficiency will be completely free. Completely free. Guess what skill both dual swords in both styles have? Water sword. And I shit you not, you could, as your first skill, use water sword and spam it for God knows how many seconds for 0 fucking key. For 0 key. Could you do that in Nioh 2? Absolutely not. So if you want to do a water sword build, unlimited water sword, it is probably possible. No, water sword is not ninja exclusive. It's for both. Water sword is for both samurai style and ninja style. I have seen it. I was like, wait, what? Water swords for samurai style? Like, are they tripping? And it works with arts proficiency and it's not taking any ki? Are they out of their fucking minds? The answer is yes. Yeah, water sword is for both styles. I was like, all right. I mean, I'm cool with that. I guess. Team Ninja's not afraid to allow players to feel even more powerful and at the same time for enemies to scale up. So even though it's like power creep in a way, but it's matching. And I'm like, oh shit, what are we getting ourselves into? So yeah, that's just like one thing. So even though a lot of the moves are very much the same coming from Nioh 2 to Nioh 3, with a lot of the samurai style mechanics like arts proficiency or even deflect, right? Deflect on the surface, like, you know, people are going to make comparisons to like Sekiro or other games and whatnot. But in Nioh, there's legit a skill that I found in the out of bounds footage, like out of bounds in the alpha, and is now actually a real thing, was this skill called deflecting cut. You deflect, you instantly slice. So you deflect and it's like a slice right after. And it works I've seen it work for high stance and mid stance. I haven't seen it for low stance. But like no one who's played the demo, the Tokyo Game Show demo, has like played in low stance like all that often for me to see. It's pretty much been like high stance or mid stance only play. But then it was like a free attack. It's a free attack, all right? After you deflect, and then you could like chain it into God of Wind. I was like, what the fuck? You can just like keep attacking after a deflect? Like, that's pretty good. So they have like these extra layers that are peppered in for samurai style are making these weapon play much more unique, is what I'm trying to say. So even though on the surface it might appear to be the same, there is evolution, and I like that. And then as someone else mentioned in chat, you can unlock a passive that gives you the guard on key pulse. Yeah, that's just like permanently a samurai thing. Yeah, Xenojin. So after you do deflect, so you deflect, you get your free attack, and then you can press like square and chain into deflecting cut seamlessly. Or chain into God of Wind. So you can like deflect, slice, and then do like a quick, and I think it says like it goes into quick attacks after that, or you can do quick attacks after that. It's joined together. And then you can go into God of Wind. So right, so you can keep pulse on guard. That is something you can assign for samurai style. And so that there are, right, stance switch attacks, the frost moon attacks. There's a lot. There's a whole extra layer to just being in 3 different stances. There is, oh hey, there's a greater level of complexity with these introduced mechanics. You have the frost moon attacks, which are free. Free, all right? They're on key pulse attacks, stance flux attacks, basically. High stance lets you get a pretty, like, it's a free attack that does modest amount of damage, like a good amount of damage, and a good amount of key damage for free. And there's like all sorts of shit you can combine, since it's considered a skill, so you can like use that to prolong arts proficiency. There's like so much crazy shit you can do. It's like, it was wild. Like I was using Odachi, all right, and I basically had like endless ki against an enemy who had no ki, because I was doing like Moonlit Snow charge for free. Then I would flux into a Frost Moon attack, which is considered a skill. Then I would do another like Moonlit Snow thing, and then Frost Moon again. So like my ki's being maintained as I'm doing a fuck ton of damage, just like over and over and over again. It was like hilarious. Right, Flourish and then Frost Moon. There's so many possibilities. It would take me too long to explain. But all of this to say, there's a lot of different layers that have been put into samurai style, which helps make existing weapons feel more special. And there's more, and we'll get to that pretty soon. Okay, so another question is, how would they do the stacks for fists if this exists then? Truth is, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to rework it. I don't know how they're going to rework moves like Opportunist for the fists, because the default behavior for all weapons in samurai style is, hey, I can deflect. And if I can deflect anyway, why do I need Opportunist? I don't know. We have yet to see. But I'm hopeful that they will make whatever parries they introduce into the game feel like a better option, or potentially a cooler option compared to deflects. I really would want to know, like, why should I use deflect in versus, say, blocking versus, say, a dedicated parry? Like, are parries just useless? Like, I don't want parries to be useless. I want there to be a good use for them, a good case to using them. I mean, who knows? So we'll just time will tell. Hey, Abod, good to see ya. Okay, let me see if there's other questions I need to catch up with. Okay, what are the motion inputs? We'll talk about that pretty soon. I have quite a few photos related to that, but one thing I want to say is you don't have to do the directional inputs. You can you can customize your controls. They've already said that. Hey Llama, I'm a new player starting Nioh 2 just now. What weapon do you recommend to play first? Like, I heard all of them are good, but for newbie, what is easier to main? So I'll say two things before I give you... I'll say one thing before I give you my own personal answer. Number one, when you're playing the game, the entry-level experience can be very confusing. Because you're asking a question that's very, like, legit, which is, hey, I don't know which weapon to pick. What's easier to start out with? Like, I don't know, like, what the fuck am I doing? So, pretty much no matter what weapon you pick, it's gonna feel a little janky, because you're just not taught, like, how to really understand what each weapon can do. And rather than stressing out about that so much, my recommendation would be to pick the weapon that looks the most appealing to you. And to do that, I would say take a look at the skills and just look at which ones are like, yeah, that seems fucking cool, I want to, like, kind of learn it. So, okay, I'll stick with this weapon to start out with. Now, with that being said, if that can be a bit much for you, I would say, for whatever reason, and no judgment on that, I would say probably one of the easier weapons to start out with would be Odachi. Odachi, Split Staff, I think is a reasonably good one to start with. Yeah, Odachi, Split Staff. Yeah, I would probably just start with one of those. You do have an advantage with skills if you go with hatchets, but hatchets feels very weird to people starting out. So yeah, Odachi can do things like parry yokai, which is very handy. So, and I think some of the starter skills that it has are also pretty good too. Compared to, like, Tonfa, which has, like, oh, you have to unlock Demon Dance, and it's like that should already be like a default thing unlocked. So yeah, hope that answers your question. But eventually, yeah, Twin Moons is nuts, right? So, like, Odachi's a pretty safe weapon to start with. Okay, so, like I said, I just realized the Split Staff going to be in the Samurai Ninja style. My guess is Ninja. Okay, so going back to the whole, like, weapon slots and input stuff, and I'll get to that real quick. But we can transform into a Scampus. There is the ninjutsu here. If you guys weren't aware, Itsumade is making a return as a boss. So he's just a roaming boss. So he's here. Itsumade's here. Pretty much does all of his attacks. The only one I haven't seen is him, like, detonating every yokai realm. I have yet to see that, but beyond that, Itsumade functions pretty much the same. So yeah, DLC 3 enemy is now a base game boss. For people in the demo, by the way. So normal enemy is now, congrats. You know, everyone thought he deserved a boss health bar. He's been upgraded. Here you go. You're good to... So Yasha, and so we've seen Yasha already, and Itsumade. Alright? If this is base game treatment, can you wonder... I wonder, what the fuck else are we gonna deal with going forward, you know? So, yeah. Bear that in mind. Okay, so... yeah, let's put on some cheap enemies in the demo. Here! I wonder how players will handle Itsumade. Yeah, the big bird will be breaking backs again. Yep. Yeah, yep. That'll be interesting to fight it, of course, because we can like jump over things. But yeah, new players, have fun. Have fun with Itsumade, who gave everyone a heart attack. Yeah, this remember, if you're imagine a new person playing Nioh 3 for the first time fighting Itsumade. I'm sure you guys remember what it was like. It's what it was like dealing with Itsumade the first time. So tough you had to get nerfed. Did you see Koei upgraded their engine for Fatal Frame 2? No, I did not. Okay, so other things before I get to the weapon skill trees. It looks like one of the common skills we're going to get is faster Onmyo magic casting. I think that's what this is. I try to use Google Translate to translate the image. So yeah, faster casting is now something you can just equip. That's kind of hilarious, dude. Did I miss something? A couple of things, but you can always just rewatch earlier parts of the stream. It's funny, actually, I didn't find Itsumade that hard the first time on Samurai, but on Demon and Beyond, yeah, that's... I know. So yeah, it looks like faster casting for Onmyo Magic is just something you can pick. So if you guys were having issues with that, and hopefully you won't now. It's not a mystic art, it's just here you go. With open world, if you have trouble with the boss, you can always come back later. I thought Elden Ring taught a lot of people about that. Yeah, but I will totally make sure I clear everything before moving forward. Maybe a dumb question, but is this the Shiftling, our new protagonist? Not a dumb question. We have a new protagonist. We don't know the full scope. Let me introduce you to our new protagonist. So by default, this is the default character for Nioh 3, Tokugawa Takechiyo. Do note there's character creation available, but you're basically like the grandchild of Tokugawa Ieyasu. And yeah, and you're about to be heir to the throne, and then your brother turns fucking psycho and I guess descends the era of peace into hell. And look at his kick-ass guardian spirit. I think it's Murakumo. Right, so here we go. We better get that. Dude, if they have the guardian spirit in there, you know we're fucking getting it. You know we're gonna get it. So yeah, a bunch of new characters. You can always check out extra information on Team Ninja's Nioh 3 website, which has been updated beautifully. And I just have to say that like they did a really great job with this website. Like it's amazing. They put a lot of effort into it. I'm like straight up impressed. So yeah. But right, so it appears that we get faster casting for Onmyo Magic, which I'm sure for those of you who want to do things like jutsu cancels, well, here you go. You can you can walk around with to use your summoning seals, and you can summon them pretty quickly. That's pretty cool. Is it instant like Nioh 1 or like Nioh 2? I haven't seen from any of the footage yet of people really taking advantage of this, so I can't really say. In this photo that I have, this person doesn't even have it equipped. They only had like 15 minutes to play the demo, so probably not going to mess around with too much. But I imagine it's going to be consistent with what we expect for faster casting. But yeah, I didn't get to see Samurai or Ninja style specifics, unfortunately. Fuck the dojo. I know, I hated the dojo. I did too. Yeah, the default stuff looks beautiful. I mean, These are very elegant looking. This is a very elegant looking like outfit. It looks pretty cool. This one I think you get like pretty much really, really early in the game. Yeah, if I had 20 minutes to play, I would spend most of the time checking the skills. Straight up. Part of me is afraid that feathers and stuff won't be as insanely good now that they're infinite. We don't know. They might just be balanced rather than batshit crazy powerful like they were in Nioh 2. So, okay. So yeah, Itsumare we can turn into a Scampus. Fuku, yes, Fuku is our wet nurse. Yep, she's our character's wet nurse. So she makes a return. And my guess is that in the beginning of the game, these three people are gonna get killed. Alright. I'm sure they're just all gonna die. And then time travel shenanigans are gonna happen based on the fact that we are going to be going through different time periods. Wait, so how come you can't use Spear and Ninja Style while Hanzo's use them? I have no idea. I mean, this isn't... I wouldn't know. Maybe they'll do something about it in Nioh 3. It's a good question. But we'll find out. Maybe it'll be a weapon that's also... They do something more interesting with it in Nioh 3. If Fuku is here, I really hope her father, the goat, returns. No, he can stay dead. Saito Toshimitsu can just be dead, okay? They'll just leave it at that. I don't want to deal with that shit again. I don't want time travel to be like, oh, actually, Saito Toshimitsu's back. Yeah, guess what? Your daughter dies. So what's up with the Guardian skills and Yokai skills now? So with the Guardian Spirit skills... let's see. So Guardian Spirits at this time, and I'll have to show you in some footage here. Actually, we'll just go here. So Guardian, so in this footage, where we have Itsumare, you can see at the bottom we have a Guardian Spirit. All right, so at this time we just have one per style, and you can see there are two different skills for it. Guardian Spirit skills now take the place of the Yokai abilities. Their functionality is pretty much the same, but there are upgrades to them. So one seems to be like coding an appendage or something, where it's like modifies your arm just like a yokai ability would. And then you have like the Guardian Spirit skill Talisman. And so you can use them and they replenish just like yokai abilities did with Anima. Yokai abilities from Nioh 2 have been changed to... The Soul Core still exists, but rather than it becoming you transform into a yokai ability, or having a yokai ability, you can instead summon the yokai to attack alongside you. In the same way that Raiko, or Minamoto no Yorimitsu from DLC 2, would use a Soul Core box, and then out would pump out a yokai, and then the yokai would do an attack. We have that functionality as well. So it's just been a bit of a shift. Okay. Hey, what's up, Azuna Drop? And this is... Yeah, good to see both of you. Is that Scampus transformation different from Nioh 2 Soul Core? We don't know yet. I don't know if it's just like you explode into this Scampus to ward off enemies, or like you can roll around. I don't know. I didn't get to see any detailed footage about that. But yeah, just for reference, the Guardian Spirit skills are quite diverse. So one thing, they're an upgrade, in my opinion, they're an upgrade compared to Nioh 2's yokai abilities. I say that because these Guardian Spirit skills can also be used to burst counter. Think about it in this way for Nioh 2. Imagine in Nioh 2, if you could spam Ippon and every time you use it, it would burst counter. That's what this shit does. And I've seen different forms of attacks for each of these Guardian Spirit skills. I've seen like a punch. I've seen like a kickoff. I've seen like a big projectile ball. I've seen like Nekomata like fling a bunch of like lightning bolts. I've seen another Guardian Spirit skill where it's just like this ranged beam wave. You can basically ranged burst counter now. Melee burst counter. Like, it's... You have all those options to shut down a burst attack. It'll all work. So we'll have to see how it fully plays out, but there's a lot of creativity that's possible, which I think is amazing. You think one of the DLCs will have us go into the future? It's possible. We don't know. Maybe we'll go into Ninja Gaiden 4. Have to fight Yakumo. It'll be double boss fight. Yakumo and Ryu versus us. Is it February yet? Unfortunately, no. Okay, I think I've caught up to everything so far. Yeah, it seems like the abilities are locked to spirits and can't swap them. Yeah, but we just don't have enough information yet about everything that will be coming about. So it's just one of those things to wait and see. Okay, so I think I covered the main bits from just the images. But what I'm going to do now is basically, let's go through... No, Yoromitsu's not a boy. Yoromitsu's still a woman that we knew from Nioh 2. They're reintroducing Yoshitsune. So Yoshitsune is making a comeback in Nioh 3. But yeah, so... I did translate some of this using Google and whatnot, but I couldn't find the most information. But by all means, if you can understand what is being said here, let us know. That would be great. So yeah. Now, this is Samurai Dual Swords, as indicated by the icon here. So they have a couple of new slots. This one is in relation to deflecting cut. All right, so pretty cool. This is for Water Sword. This is for Cherry Blossom, and I think that conflicts with Spinning Dragon, so I think you might have to pick one or the other, I'm not sure. This is for Sign of the Cross. Then you can see they have two inputs here, two directional inputs here. So again, remember, directional inputs can be customized so that if you don't like them, you can switch back to something more comfortable, say from like Nioh 2. It's so much harder to keep an eye on every bit of coverage for games once you get a job. Yeah, it is. So yeah, we got more variety for dual swords. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dual Swords fucking needs that, okay? Because it would get very, very, very dry. My goodness. Yeah, you can take a look at the variety that Samurai Dual Swords are going to get. Yeah, pretty nice. Unfortunately, like, the amount of time that this person... Oh, well, my camera's covering up the person who's playing it. This is from the official Koei Tecmo like live stream. But like they go off on each of these skill trees for maybe like a half a second. You want your 30 parries? Well, you might get that. If I remember the demo correctly, doesn't every weapon have a hold triangle now? I think so. So like hold triangle for here is Water Sword. This is Cherry Blossom. This is Sign of the Cross. I forget what this was. I know this one is Raijin. I think this one is also... I forget what this... I think this is God of Wind. And this one's the Deflecting Cut. I forget. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff. So we got extra inputs, which is nice. And then let me play a little bit more. And then, so I think this is like, you have nothing equipped. This is Cherry Blossom, and then this is Spinning Dragon. No, Sign of the Cross is not hold triangle. The Water Sword is hold triangle. This one right here is Sign of the Cross. So just your standard sheath attack. What's the extra input? This one I don't know. It's not learned. Hey, welcome. Hello, Yoshimitsu. Can't they just let us use both motion and button inputs so we can have more moves on one weapon? That might be something we can customize. You'll just like I unfortunately don't have my hands on the demo, so I can't see anything. Sign of the motocross, yeah. Very nice. Hide boss fight? No information on that. But yeah, so this is like pretty clearly spinning dragon with the extra input. There's like a little triangle symbol over here. And then next up we got dual ninja swords. Alright, so question is, so I started Odachi split staff. What guardian spirit should I combo with this weapon? There's no right or wrong answer to that. You're eventually gonna get all three spirit types. So I would say if you're a beginner, there are one or two options I'd recommend. I would probably get the red spirit Makami, because the idea is, I would say go for Makami. It's a brute guardian spirit type. And the reason I say that is because you're gonna get a feral type pretty quickly, and I think you're gonna get a phantom one really quickly too. I think. But with the brute type, the way to burst counter is just you see red, you activate the burst counter and smash. That's it. So just to get you in the habit of burst countering anytime you see someone do a burst attack. It won't work all the time, but I think just to start out with, you'll be fine. And then if you want to switch over to either the blue one, the bird is the feral type, which is a little more complex to understand how to parry it. And then you have the phantom type, which is purple. And I think where you're at in the game, that's the whale. With the whale, Kagewani, it's a very reactive parry. So I'll just like give you a brief rundown of each of them. With brute, the red type, you see red, you hit, you smash. That's basically what it is. So it can function as an interrupt, an extra attack, many other uses, and it's great. You go with the bird, you have a feral type. Basically, when an enemy's attack's just about to come out, that's when you want to use it. So that kind of requires a little bit of knowledge, but like you can just like smash head on into attacks. And then the last one, which is the whale, is the phantom type. And the phantom type is when you're about to get hit, then use the burst counter. So one is a very proactive, one is a little less proactive, and one's the most reactive. So I would say just start out with the brute, because you just see red, you smash, it works out easily. Just like panic smash and it'll work. Yeah, glad to have helped. And you can eventually change it. It's like not a big deal. I think by the time you beat the first level, you'll already get like you'll already get a feral type anyway. So if you want to mess around with them, you can. You'll use panic button brute spirit, yeah. You'll just be like, oh gosh, enemy's red. Oh shit. Oh man, I punched him. Okay, he stopped. Fuck yeah, let's go. It's very, very beginner friendly. People don't realize that. Alright, so for dual ninja swords, you can see there are a lot more inputs. Now, it doesn't look like there are as many extensive inputs as, say, there are for a samurai style, which, you know, to me, when I see it, I'm like, oh man, it's kind of a bummer. But what they did add for stuff on the ground is pretty extensive. And remember, this is still in development. We have yet to see quite a lot. So we've got the hold on the ground. We've got like different little combo enders here and there. We've got extra inputs. It looks like we have some sort of timely guard input. Right? Like there's some extra inputs. I didn't expect a timely guard input whatsoever. I don't know what to expect here. Hopefully they fill it out. But you'll just have to find out. I don't know. So yeah, extra slots are definitely being put in, which is, you know, kind of nice. I certainly appreciate that. I couldn't really, even though I could somewhat decode the skills, like actually understanding what it is was a whole different matter. This is why Team Ninja, if you're listening, please give me special access to this demo. It would be really nice. But yeah, we got like a forward directional input, a backwards directional input. And if you want to think of this in Nioh 2 terms, when you see like the directional inputs, think of it like as the guard skills, you know, when you'd have like L1 square and L1 triangle. This is more advanced than that. So we have like our L1 square, L1 triangle, and then you have like a modified one here. Cool. So interesting stuff like that for dual ninja swords. I'm pretty excited to see what we're going to have. They have a hold in the air sort of skill. So that could be fun. I don't know what that is. All right, so same thing with Kusarigama. You can see there's quite a lot of inputs as well. Ooh, the second empty skill slot is when you're about to get hit. Yeah, timely guard based. One hope I have is that all the weapons will be interchangeable between styles. Ninja Odachi might be peak. That would be nice. I hope it would, and I hope if they were to do that, that Odachi would feel distinct and it would feel different enough. The first empty slot is when your attack bounce back. I'm pretty sure that's Moon Shadow, because that's what it was in the alpha. I remember unlocking Moon Shadow. It was a Crucible weapon art. All right, so Kusarigama. This is for Pollard, the Midair Reaper. This one they already showcased in the alpha. I think they had like Second Wind or something, or Whirlwind over here. I think it was this one. I remember Deadly Mark. But yeah, they've got quite a lot of interesting inputs. So we've got like 2 guard, like quite a lot here. It's possible the DLCs might have more weapons crossing between styles. Yeah, we have yet to see. They got square enders as well, which is always nice. Triangle enders, which is nice. Hold triangle, of course. And yeah, like this is a lot of things to work with. Quite a lot more inputs. They are made aware that yeah, like Ninja style ought to feel much more complete weapon-wise, and so they're gonna do that. I'm personally okay with them not having stances for ninja style, like at all. That's okay, provided that aerial combat is fucking fun. So yeah, the empty slot is triangle while dodging. Ooh, that could be fun. I did like a lot of the midair play from Ninja style, and I think that's one thing that's kind of glossed over when it comes to Ninja style, at least from what I've seen with other people. Like you can do air dodging, footstool jumps, combo in the air, ninjutsus in the air, like a lot of really interesting things that I wasn't able to fully appreciate. So Team Ninja, if you could, you know, let me play the game, it'd be nice. Then I could, maybe I'll promote you, okay? How about this? You promote me, I promote you. It's a quid pro quo sort of arrangement, you know? Nioh may cry. Yeah. People have already kind of found out a jump cancel. Yeah, we got some new slots, so kind of curious, kind of interesting. And of course, next is Tonfa. Tonfa, I know many Tonfa players are a little worried about. But take a look at what we have here. Seems like a pretty extensive moveset already. Right? So triangle enders, square enders. I think I saw like shove and heavenly chain. We're gonna have looks like a timely guard based ability. Maybe ninja style can parry as well. So I think one of these things is gonna be Fleetfoot. We've got like I think like Wild Lions is gonna be one of the things. Stuff like that. We got our one ability, so like the Demon Dance. I think this is Demon Dance and this is Demon Dash. Right, so we'll have to find out. Hooper, do a relationship coaching for Team Ninja's Nioh 3 producer. He looks troubled. Maybe he'll get you a copy. Well, if you need my help, I'm right here. One session, and then for a triangle is a brand new skill. Okay, cool. Do we know the full weapon list yet? Not officially. But yeah, lots of new things for Tonfa. There was a lot of really cool midair stuff I saw. There was like this ability for Tonfa where the player just like leaps like dramatically high, and I was like, what the hell, yo? It's pretty cool. And then of course, if this person was to scroll down, we would see a lot more things related to aerial combat. So that'd be pretty fun. Urgency is back triangle. Ooh, that's nice. So then this is focus strike, pretty sure. Can we see the aerial thing? I'd have to find the IGN footage, so I can try to find it. Let me see if I can get it. God damn it. Alright, give me a moment to find it. Hoover, IGN gave Ghost of Yotei 8 out of 10. How much do you expect them to give to Nioh? This is gonna really shock and surprise you. You ready? I expect them to give it 8 out of 10. Probably a 7. No, not Mountain Breaker. This is aside from Mountain Breaker. This was different. Okay, let me find it.
Ruthless spirits.
Is it gonna showcase Raijin? No, this is Magatsu Warrior. Where is it? I need. Oh yeah, but yeah, just for you guys to see, take a look at how fast Raijin is now. That is fast. That is nice. All right. Yeah, IGN could give the game a 1, and whatever. Like, I'm just gonna judge the game myself. 251. They're fighting a Yagyu soldier. I remember that. That's what, 4 minutes? Bingo. Okay, so it's against this thing. Here you go. All right, so check this out. Let's slow it down. All right. So let me show you the new move. So it's not Mountain Breaker. Mountain Breaker has a distinct animation. I think here you go. It's like a straight up leap. Look at this shit. Hey, what's up? Yeah, like, whee! Improve why it's possible. Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, it's different from Mountain Breaker. I saw their Mountain Breaker had, yeah, they also do have Mountain Breaker, like the standard like leap and smash into stuff. That's there, it exists. But this is a new skill. And I'm guessing this was done accidentally. So yeah, here you go. It looked like one of those things to transition from ground to air combat. Yeah, that's what it looks like. If you pay attention very carefully at the animation, so that looks like a leap, but you're gonna, if you pay attention to split second like difference, there's a brief pause, and then it looks like he does a plunge attack for Tonfa. So yep, there's slight animation change and then a plunge attack. So it was like a leap up, and yeah, I guess we'll have to find out how it works. But pretty cool. I wonder if it's usable in the air. Hey, I hope so too. Right, so that move that we just saw is not Mountain Breaker. It's a brand new thing. Which is pretty cool. So yeah, here's Tonfa slots. Tonfa is going to get a lot of love. I think it's fair that they combined Wild Lions into one. Wild Lions in 3 different stances is totally unnecessary. Yeah, you also saw the Spear high heavy into Tornado, which is interesting. Yeah, me too. That was pretty cool. Yeah, game is coming to PC at the same time it's coming to PS5. Simultaneous release, which is great. Hopefully PC port runs well. But yeah, so quite a lot of inputs for Tonfa in the on the ground. So we've got like our familiar Demon Dance, Demon Dash, Urgency is already here. This might be the new move. And yeah, so we'll have to find out exactly how things are going to play. But yeah, Tonfa's looking pretty interesting, and we'll just have to see what it's like to actually play it. My personal hope is that during Mist, if we can somehow use that to avoid attacks, we get key back. So it incentivizes basically Zelod type gameplay for Nioh 3. I mean, that'd be cool. I'd like that. So, all right. So here, you can see the skills that they have here as well. Looks like a lightning sort of modification. Unfortunately, there will not be cross-platform play. Oh, I need to go back a little bit. Oh man, even at quarter speed. All right, and then Talons. Did they confirm that? Yeah, I'll show it to you. All right, and then Talons. You can see quite a few inputs here for the weapon as well. Yeah, Zelod Ninja main, maybe. So yeah, a bunch of different skills here. I don't know what all these are. I know there's like Beyond Infinity and whatnot, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty wild. So more inputs. So think of this as like the equivalent of guard triangle, guard square, and then guard X or some shit. Yep, lie down is back triangle, so we're gonna have this. We're gonna have all that fancy stuff put into play. There's a good amount, and that's not accounting for some of the aerial stuff. So again, remember, if you're not a fan of the skill inputs, the directional inputs, you can always change the options. That is all. Beyond Infinity is forward. This one. Yep, so you can give it a shot. You can try it out. So quite a lot it looks like has been added to this, so you got more skills, which can make things feel pretty fresh. The leftmost icon look like a spear. I mean, they have dual ninja swords, Kusarigama, Tonfa, and Talons. For Samurai, what they have in this demo is sword, spear, odachi, and dual swords. And then here you can see just like the ninja style, or in general, ninjutsu related things, common ninja actions. So yeah, they got all that. All right, let me take a look at Discord real quick. You hope the link can open? for the talent skills. All right, let me take a look. Oh, you did the whole fancy translation thing? Yeah, but that information, like I saw it too with the Google Translate thing, but like here, I'll just show you guys what's going on. Here, so you can see this. This is like using Google's Translate, image translate. So like grapple, assassination, disorderly tear, tiger, whirlwind, oboro slash, reverse dragonfly, morning shadow feet, which is basically like sunrise, infinitely instead of beyond infinity. So it's like, you know, we got a lot of these things, but in terms of actual practical information, it's a little hard to work with. But yeah, so that's why, as opposed to me having like I had done a lot of stuff like that, but I was like, it's really kind of hard to conclude. Let me just show what they actually have. If we combine our copium, they will do it. Hey, I hope we do get a Tokyo Game Show demo. I hope so. Beyond Infinity will be an upgrade for Infinitely. I mean, I'm just wondering, how is something beyond infinity? Like, actually. R1 circle, why is that not a thing? It is for samurai style. I haven't seen it so far for ninja style, but it definitely is for samurai style. Quick draw, sign of the cross, it's there. But nothing for ninja so far, yeah. I mean, are ninja known for sheath attacks? I don't know. But again, it's too early for me to make any real determinations. The best determination of things will be the beta demo, if they release one. Do I think they will add it? So far I don't think they will. It'd be nice if they did. Of course I'd love it. But I don't think they will for ninja style. But who knows? It might change. Beyond Infinity Redux. But yeah, I don't know. Can we please have Ryu swords moves for ninja? Yeah, that'd be fun, right? Okay, so now I can put playback on normal because they don't really showcase anything, I think, beyond this particularly interesting. Ultimate Beyond Infinity? Yeah.
はい。はい。この今の生放送もっと短い時間でクリア目指していただきます。
I don't remember if this person does anything particularly unique. I don't think so. I think he just dies a lot. Beyond reality, yeah. Beyond Infinity +1. Yeah, there you go. Yes, there's one last Tokyo Game Show event that will be occurring. You can see Nurikabe's make a return. Let me actually go back just a little bit. If you take a look at this Revenant right here, this looks like a sword icon, and this is, remember, Nekomata is for ninja style. As you can see, the ninja style icon here, and here's a sword. So confirmation right there for you that ninjas will get a sword. In case it wasn't obvious already from the millions of pieces of evidence that they've had, here's more evidence that ninja will get a sword. You know, from their Twitter footage, from the official trailer, from interviews, and now a Revenant. Here you go. Or samurais will get Nekomata. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, maybe. To be determined. And then you can see Nurikabes are making a return as well. You can also get their soul core. Do I think ninja style will have flying swallow? I sure hope so. It makes the most fucking sense now.
まりみんな気づいてない。
モーション間違えちゃったらどうするんですか？
あとこれちょっと今温泉
あ、おっとおっと
使ってんな、
セクシーな。
戦いの。
Hey, Basar, I'm doing great.
大丈夫ですか？
How are you?
限られてますよ。温泉入ってる時間あります？
えらい余裕ですね。
これなんかいいことあるんですか？温泉は。
ちょっとだけ体力回復するんで、なんか物戦にちょっとお得なので、ぜひ明日から挑む人は使ってみてください。
これはいい情報。
コメントで自信が終わりのようですねって来てますから。
I don't think there was anything memorable in this footage, like gameplay wise, any cool new things. I think this person is just trying to beat the boss,
分あればね。
and then they fail.
あれば。
ディレクターですからね。
いや、そうですよね。これやれない
Let's watch Team Ninja employees fail. Imagine Claws getting guillotine throw. That'd be so cool.
まあまあま
大丈夫ですか？
おっと
大丈夫ですか？
緊張されてますか？
あ。はい。
You're not good malnourished without Nioh 3. Team Ninja, do you see what you're doing to people? You gotta give people a demo, otherwise they won't be able to eat and they'll die.
ちなみにこう光っている部分っていうのは
Spinning Dragon, let's
っていう
go!
のは弱点なんですけど、
はい
これはもう常闇っていう状態になって初めて破壊できるようになる感じです。
なるほど。
なるほど。
そうなった時にね。
But yeah, I can show you just some of the moves, I
そうで
guess.
すね。
If you just pay attention.
当てて、
あのタイミングで当てていって。
So we've seen Spinning Dragon, I think you saw Shove.
侍はやっぱり力強いにも。あ、やばい。ちょっと待って。
大丈夫です
Bruh.
か？あ、大丈夫です
大丈夫
か
で？す。まだ大丈夫です。
やばいんじゃないですか？右ってる、すげえ。
忍者はタイミングよく
Trying to see if I can just showcase any
連
moves.
続で回数スタミナ気力を減らさずに
Oh, let's go back. What was that?
見切り連続で回数
Whoa, look at that aerial shit. Here we go.
見切り連続で
Jump straight up into the air, trying to do some aerial attacks. Kind of cool.
そうだ
来ました
よね。ちょうどのタイミングで。ここやられてるぞ。大丈夫か？
Yeah, air transitional moves. That's pretty cool.
まずくないですか？
まだ大丈夫です。
Or do the follow up. Yeah, pretty fun.
あれ？
やばい。
回復アイテム使い切ってるよ。
回復アイテム使い切った。
あ、そういう縛りですか？
I think I remember seeing some footage, but and it wasn't clear. But I thought I saw Samurai being able to do a key pulse on dodge. I can't confirm that, of course.
あ、ナイス。
There you go, some water sword. Here, if you take a look, water sword. Oh no, that wasn't the free one. He got the strong attack for
いい
free.
んじゃないのか？
Failing at killing a boss you yourself made, it's like Einstein sucks to solve. Yeah, his relativity, his theory of relativity problems.
いい。
They're good at. They said, yeah, we're not good at our games. We're good at designing
や
them.
ばいよ。やばいよ。
ギリギリ耐えてる。ギリギリ耐えてる。
見せますね。
こっからこっから。
敵のもう気力が切りかけてるんで、
なるほど。
ここまで
You're
来たら
still alive. Oh my god.
いけ
やれん
るかもしれない。
のか？やれんのか？
Get wrecked.
やばいよ。押し切られてんじゃん。なんか
あれ？
Yeah, one more try, dude. Trying to see if there's any new moves. I mean, Spinning Dragon, cool.
さっきの時点で。出た赤い攻撃。
Nice. Did a burst break with the Guardian Spirit skill.
今みたいに守護霊の技を当てることでも
シャー
また大技返しが発生するんですよ。
なるほど。
There's that aerial transition move, a bunch of attacks. I like that. Pretty cool.
全然残ってんもんな。
あ、
かっこいい。
気力が。
かっけ
よいしょ。
Yeah, pretty cool.
ー。うわ、なんか。
If he drank sacred water, he would play it like sacred. Exactly.
恐ろしい。
常闇だった？
敵も強くなるんですけど、弱点も露出するので、逆転のチャンスもあるんですよ。
チャンスはチャンス。
Oof, do not get hit by that fireball, otherwise you're gonna get confused.
やばいよ。
常闇も。
He got wrecked. Game dev gets destroyed by own game. Alright, so that's pretty much the entirety of that showcase. So, yeah. Yeah, so it's one move to get into the air, and then I think you can follow it up with something else entirely. Like, you can either do plunge attacks, or there might be other combos you can do. Can you parry that fireball? Probably. Yeah, it's not a burst attack, so you can. but obviously timing on that will be strict. In other words, get good. So yeah, for the weapons, there's 3 weapons that are not 100% clear for both of the styles. So ninja sword is most likely here. Then split staff and hatchets, I'm guessing, will be here as well. Yeah, blood edge demons elemental attacks are all parryable. You can deflect pure lightning. You can deflect anything. You just have to have strict timing. You know, Japanese, when he died, they told him they never saw a successful loser like him before. That's pretty funny. But yeah, so that's kind of, I think, the rundown of all the information today. But yes, I know, Rasul. I know the weapons, like, they showcase it. I'm just talking about them being, like, officially listed. Here, let me get it out. Yeah, there was a better image. Right, like, I can... Like, we have all the weapons here. Like, it's obvious axis here, but it's not, like, written down, like, super easily. Right, it's like, oh, here's our split staff right here. Here are our hatchets way back there. Here's our axe. Back here's our switchglaive. Stuff like that. Right. Oh, look, we have fists. Yeah, the image doesn't seem to feature Odachi. I think some people have thought that this was Odachi, and then, like, this is a sword, but it's like, it's all just kind of, like, hard to tell. Speaking of deluxe, not gonna get that shit. I know, it's that's pricey, $110. $110, man, that's a lot of money. Pretty big request, so no urgency for people to buy it. Maybe the 14th weapon is that Kodama. We use it like a hamster inside a sock attacking with it. Odachi's in between Switchglaive and Axe. What? So here's... Alright, so... You don't like the weapon design? Fair. I think they look cool, but fair enough. So here's what Hey, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's cool. The far left is Switchglaive. This one, I thought this was Kusarigama, and that this one over here was Switchglaive. This visual is fake news. Yeah, I don't think you understand fake news. This is official news. Looks like the MMO weapon, so it's a pass for me. The armor looks cool though. Fair. It's not what you're a fan of. You're not a fan of it. I thought this was more the Kusarigama. But what do I know? But yeah, so it's like Axe is obviously very clear here. That's not what fake news means, Basara. That's not... Stop using terms you don't fully grasp. Fake news means all of it's bullshit. We understand that, right? Whatever. Basara's just doing Basara things. Anyway. Are these weapons similar to Demon Horde weapons? That's my guess, but again, I don't know. I got no clue. I don't know what to expect. But in terms of their what the special effects for the weapons will be or anything of that nature. By the way, you see that there seems to be a different color in samurai and ninja weapons, red, some gray. Yeah. So I thought axe, for example, is like the silverish weapons are like the samurai and the reddish weapons are ninja. That's my guess. Again, I don't know. Like, this is all just conjecture. But what I can see is talons over here. I see some type of dual swords here. See another type of dual swords here. I see what looks like hatchets back here. I very clearly see fists right here. Axe, obviously. Spear, obviously. Some sort of thing that reminds me of split staff. Right, looks like switchglaive back here. This might be kusarigama. Or sorry, tonfa. This looks like kusarigama. Right? Like, that's just what I can say. But it's not, like, officially listed on their site yet. Where it's like, oh, here are the weapons. Oh, here is axe. Oh, here is switchglaive. Oh, here is fists. Here is ninja sword. Here is, hatchets. Here's split staff. Judging for the test, will there still be Mujinas? Most likely. Most likely will be the case. I imagine for ninja style, if they do put in split staff, which I imagine they will modify it, rework it a bit so it has like a lot of properties of flails. That's my guess. That would make sense. But I don't know. We'll find out. I think at this point I can just speculate and like that's it. That is all I can do. I'm pretty much at that point of speculation. So when I get... Bruh, I got a community highlight on the subreddit. I get pinned. Alright. I think it's time here. I'm gonna self-promote on my channel. Look at this, guys. I am such a special person. I posted this on Reddit. We get to become the Scampus. And look at how many upvotes I get. This is peak. Oh yeah, Circle Jerk Sopranos is a meme. Holy shit. But yeah, look at this, man. This is intense. But yeah, I don't know if you guys want to chat about anything. You guys have any questions, or some of you dropping in? Because otherwise, like, I've kind of gone throughout my roundout of information. Dev team member deserves a highlight? Yeah, I'm not a developer, so I definitely don't deserve it. This game's gonna be... You should do a Nioh 2 fresh run and remind us the story by playing it before Ninja Gaiden 4. Honestly, I don't know if I really want to do a fresh playthrough. It's kind of tedious. It's really tedious, because for me, the fun of the game is... once I have all the tools and I have everything I can play around with, and since I'm so used to having like a full skill set, having to like unlock shit is so boring. So with like Nioh 2 fresh run, like I already did it for the PC and it was already painful as it was. Nioh, like doing that again for Nioh 2, I'm like, I don't know if I don't really want to be honest. This game's gonna be incredible, and with each little piece of news, it gets crazier and more sensational. I would agree. I would. The old man is trying to use new terms. Yeah, I suppose so. Imagine aerial flash attacks. Hey, maybe that'll be a thing. We don't know yet. Yeah, I never thought we'd actually get a Nioh 3, all things considered. I just thought like it was a pipe dream and maybe it'd come out like in 30 or some shit, maybe. But for them to just straight up just be like, oh, we've actually been working on Nioh 3 ever since we finished the Nioh 2 DLC. I'm like, bruh, y'all lied to us. But it's a very pleasant surprise, and I'm very much excited for Nioh 3. But yeah, so we'll just have to see. Yeah, I know they trolled us so hard. They're like, yeah, we don't have any plans. Maybe we'll revisit it. I don't know. And then boom, it's real. We've been doing it for a while. We just didn't tell you the truth. But I do appreciate they did it that way because, you know, rather than us pining for information forever, they waited until they had some shit to like, actually had good shit to come to the community with, and then they showcase it and makes it awesome. And here we are. Nioh 3 is going to be coming out in February 6th on both PS5 and Steam. It's going to be on both. You don't have to play on PS5. Right, so pretty cool. Got a lot of fun stuff to look forward to. I still don't expect the story to be that amazing, but the gameplay is looking pretty fire. I know people are worried about the Steam launch. I am too. So I'm just like, oh yeah, let's just go PS5. Should be pretty safe. Yeah, I hope for a smooth launch as well. Yeah, Steam launch. Yeah, this time there is only going to be 2 DLC, not 3. Only 2, which is very curious because we are used to the DLCs basically including an extra difficulty. Did I get a Pro or Slim? I think I got a PS5 Slim. You don't have PS5 anymore, so you have to wait for Steam? Yeah, that's gonna be a shame. So yeah, with 2 DLCs, we're not getting a third one, so what's going on? I don't know. The DLC 3 will come in 2028 for extra $40. Perhaps, yeah. What's wrong with the Steam launch? Obviously no information about it yet, but based on past history, based on historical trends with Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja PC ports, they haven't run that well. So those are yeah, people are concerned because it's like, hey, Rise of the Ronin PC port had so many issues, Wolong had so many issues, Stranger of Paradise, what the actual fuck? And so then it's like, wait, is Nioh gonna be okay? So we don't know, but naturally, people are worried that it won't go well. So with 2 DLCs, as Basara is saying, I don't think that they're going to give us less content. I don't think they would do that for Nioh. If anything, they're going crazy. It just makes me wonder, how much content are we going to get in the base game? And what is going to be the content? What's the, like, I don't doubt the quality. I'm just curious what it's going to be. So, yeah. Right? Like, what's going to happen with the difficulty cycles? Are they going to get rid of things like Dream of the Strong, which just kind of felt very much like a victory lap and was kind of weird? Like, you know, a Strong was a completely skippable difficulty, but Demon was not. So that's one thing that's going to happen? Right, and don't forget about sometimes the free content that they put out. They usually do put out a free patch of new skills and new things. So there's a lot that can happen, and it's just too early to tell any of these things. I, of course, imagine that for these DLCs, we'll get maybe like some new open world maps, obviously some sort of an underworld, who knows? You already know what it is, you made a video on it titled, "This gawky garbage needs to stop now," whatever. There was no beta for this yet. They had an alpha. So Team Ninja's historically done an alpha, then a beta, and then a last chance trial. So my hope is that we get a beta and that they reveal it really soon. So what's the Crucible stuff about? That's a great question. Let me kind of talk a bit about that. I think we have it here. So there are some mission-based quests. All right, so here you can just see the visual of the Crucible. So in Nioh 3's alpha, you did have like some mission-based quests where just like your traditional Nioh 2 like missions, but for all those side missions, those all kind of just got separated into their open field area, and you could like kill things, and it to me it worked pretty well, to be honest, because some of the side missions in Nioh 2 are just like, oh, take this map you've already done and you start, as opposed to starting from the beginning, now you start at the end, and let's just make it nighttime and like have a little bit of different like different like enemy stuff and whatnot. So a bunch of that. So that was pretty cool. The Crucible is like where you can do a lot of these dedicated missions. There's like the main mission areas. And so this is where like you have like your really intense like enemies, like density, and you have like a boss at the end, much more traditional. So this is an example of a Crucible that was in the alpha demo. I think this is the same one. Yeah, this is the same one. So yeah, it's just intense. Yeah, Nioh 3 got much more expensive. Since it's open world, I wish we had a day and night cycle. Guess we'll find out. I don't know if they'll do that. They probably won't, but who knows? Funny aside, White Goat and Black Boss posting on Twitter they beat the TGS demo naked. I'm not surprised. They like their no armor runs and stuff, so that doesn't surprise me. They were even doing their level 1 no armor runs in the alpha demo. But yeah, there's quite a lot we don't know, but from what we've seen for Nioh 3, like, I'm pretty hyped. Wish Team Ninja would show their gameplay, yeah. Like, obviously, like, I would watch, like, if White Goat and Black Boss, I'm like, yeah, perfect. Perfect people to showcase this stuff. And it's not surprising they would go to Tokyo Game Show. I mean, they can. So why not? I think in the alpha demo, we just dealt with the Sengoku era. That's pretty much it. How likely will we get the demo after Ninja Gaiden 4 release? I have no clue. Hopefully they tell us literally in their upcoming Tokyo Game Show footage. So let's see, their last one, when are they streaming it? Oh no, this isn't the one. So if you're curious, their special game show is gonna be hosted in 6 hours. So that's when they're gonna play it, and they'll probably like do a wrap up, they'll do like a wrap up, a big like, and they'll probably tell us all the biggest information. They're selling DLC on day one? No, no, they're not. There's no day one DLC. If they did day one DLC, I'd be like, Nioh, what the fuck? I'm like not even joking. I'd be like, you guys, this is bullshit. So this DLC will not be released for some time. From what I saw on Steam, this DLC 1 will come out sometime in September of 2026, and DLC 2 will come out in February of 2027. Can you write Portuguese? No, I suck at it. I can speak a little, but like nothing significant. Yeah, Basara, it is just easy viewing for the audience. Usually like a little showcase, a little celebration, and then they like end things. And then I think last time at the Tokyo Game Show, they did reveal there would be a beta demo. I think, if my memory serves me correctly. Some players managed to beat Shingen at the booth. Yeah, I did see some footage of that. Yeah, there is no day one DLC. This is expansion. The DLC is legit just expansion material. And I'm cool with like Nioh like having expansions. That's fine. Fine by me. Because their expansions aren't just open world maps. It's usually like a lot of new features. With Nioh 2, DLC 1 didn't. I don't remember if DLC 1 introduced all that much, except what? No, wait, it did introduce split staff. Yeah, it did. What am I talking about? It introduced a new weapon type, Purity Guardian Spirits, obviously new bosses, Dream of the Demon, a bunch of new loot for the Divines. DLC 2 introduced the Fists, Dream of the Wise, Ethereals. There was quite a lot. Right, there's also Scrolls that came out too. Forgot about that entirely. And then DLC 3 was some of the craziest enemies ever. They had they also at the same time released a free update for players for a lot of new weapon skills. You had the upgraded Shiftling attacks. Ethereal Soul Cores, I think, as well. More Ethereal Graces, the entirety of the Underworld and the Depths. It was quite a lot. Stone of Penance, I think, came out as well. So, like, Nioh 2 DLC was awesome, so, and I have no reason to believe that DLC for Nioh 3 won't also be awesome. I just don't know what the format will be, what it will look like, especially since they're only doing 2 as opposed to 3. I'm hoping it's just much more explosive and it's just like it's just gonna be awesome. That's all I'm hoping for. I think it will be awesome because everything that I've seen so far looks great. Like even in so let's see, even the new boss, like Great Tengu. If you haven't seen this, I'll just showcase it. I'll just put it on normal speed. Would it be worth to buy €120 edition on Steam then? That's ultimately a decision. You'd have to I can't say yes, I can't say no. That's kind of a personal choice. If it was me though, having to decide whether to buy that up front, truth is I'd just wait. There's no like urgency to pre-order it now. I can just like buy it later. If I really want to like get that edition with all the goodies, I can wait till like the day before if I really want every goodie. But I wouldn't have any urgency to spend that money if you're on the fence about whether it's worth it. And if you are someone who just is very money conscious about it, then just wait. No rush. You could just get the base game and then wait and then get the season pass later. It's a lot of money. But yeah, back to like Nioh 3 in general. So we can ignore the IGN footage, like gameplay itself. But this is an example of a boss that they're introducing to us in the demo. So they've brought back Raven Tengu. They have Itsumade as a world boss. And now they've got Great Tengu as like another world boss as well. Like this guy, he's a lightning wind enemy. Like it's pretty fucking cool. To me, this reminds me of like the quality of enemies from like Yoshitsune in DLC 1. I was like, damn son, that boss is pretty awesome. Like it's a very interesting boss. I'm very curious. It is legit a Tengu, a Great Tengu, yeah. He's got aerial attacks. It's a lot of fun. Lightning wind dual element boss. They're pretty hype. Oh, great. I don't want a Ghost of Yote ad. But yeah, Good to see Sigma 2's Tengu's dad. Yeah, pretty much. Well, Pooper, you remember you said you will buy even a copy to support them, even if you got one for free, and now that we know it's $110, you can wait on buying, no necessary to hurry up. I know, very hypocritical. I know. I know, but I'm so Rasul, I'm addressing someone's concerns over the price, so I'm trying to empathize with them and answer as if I was them. If I'm worried about the price, I'm going to say, well, then just wait. There's no urgency. I mean, here's the thing. The difference is whether Team Ninja gets their money now or later. Like, they're still getting their money on some level. Am I really doing them a disservice? Big brain. Wind does not work the same way as it does in Nioh 1. It doesn't reduce damage dealt. I think reduces key recovery speed and enhances key damage to them. So it's a little different. Did they say anything about releasing a beta on Steam? They haven't said anything about releasing a beta, period. But I don't think they'll talk about that for Steam because, yeah, as Kusarigama Enjoyer is saying, there's not even PC system requirements, and that's probably like a whole hurdle for them to deal with. So optimizing, yeah, and Kusarigama Enjoyer is saying it perfectly. I'm guessing he's saying, I'm guessing optimization is going to come at the end of the development cycle. To me, $110 is still expensive. $90 I would have been like, okay, I hate that price, but it's reasonable, like enough, and I fucking hate it. I don't even know if reasonable is the right word. But $90 I could like kind of justify. That's kind of what I was expecting. But holy shit, $110, damn. That's expensive as fuck. A lot of money. So only you can decide whether you're comfortable spending that amount. I'm not here to tell you to buy it or not. I'm just here to help you decide whether or not you want. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I'm gonna get Nioh 3, but if it's not priced, not worth it for you, wait. You can wait for it on sale. You could find some other way to get it. I don't think how much you get out of a game is justification for how much they should charge you for. I agree. I agree. Like, I don't disagree with that at all. It might be worth it more to me, but like, dude, come on. I don't think there's this, like, the game's value to me is a lot, and of course I would pay full price. But we just have to, like, again, like, obviously I would want to pay less. Like, come on. Like, who can even argue? Now, what I'm hoping for is that with the increased price, we get a lot more value. You know what, Rasul? I do not need to think about that. Do not remind me that there are gakis in this game, okay? Do not. Just stop. But yeah, again, the whole price point thing, that is a personal decision to each and every one of you. I'm not here to tell you I'm not here to form your opinion for you. For me, even though I love the game, I'm like, dude, $110 is a lot, right? And it's a lot of money. And obviously with concerns over things like PC release not being unstable, most likely, is a concern. Now, of all games that exist, would I pay $110 for Nioh 3? Yeah, I would. Right? And I'm like, yes, I do think the value is that much, but I still don't want to pay that much, dude. All right? Like, I'm like, I still don't want to pay that much. And I see no harm in anyone else being like, hey, I really enjoy this game, but like, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I don't know. Do I want to contribute to some sort of trend where games get more and more expensive? Well, but Nioh is drugs, I know. But like, here's the thing, like, I don't buy that many games, so it's just like, well, like, my gaming budget, assuming I have one, is like, like, I can buy lots of games, but I'm like, I just don't have interest in them, so fine. Like, Nioh's the one game I'll get. Like, not a big deal. So, you know, it's up to you to decide whether you think the price is worth it for whatever reason, whatever principled reason you want to think about. As I talked about for Ninja Gaiden 4, the $90 wasn't the issue, is what I was getting out of the $90, which was like, oh, hey, Ryu is only getting one weapon? Bro, what the fuck? Oh, and more weapons coming to DLC? I'm like, seriously, bro? Like, alright, but it kind of feels like a scummy dick move, because coming from Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3, where Ryu has so much, it's like, ugh. But yeah, I'm sure the price point is something that, you know, people who are bean counters and involved in the financial stuff, and that's what their department. That's what they do, and oh well. But yeah, like, again, when my thinking is like, right, I'm with you, Jazz, on that. I don't like. But yeah, like, I'm not gonna get too much into the details of like the financial stuff about it. I'm just for Nioh content. I'm just focused on, hey, let me just talk about like Nioh stuff. Here's the thing. Here's what I'll tell you. If I genuinely believe when I get my hands like, here, I'll do this. You know, I'm gonna be doing everything related to Nioh 3. All right, I'm gonna be playing all sorts of shit. I will be playing the full game. I will get the deluxe edition, whatever. You already know that's gonna happen. But if I genuinely believe that the value of that game is not worth the price that you're paying, I'm gonna fucking say so. I'll be like, yo, biggest disappointment. What the fuck? I will personally be upset. I'll be like, yo, like, what the hell? And it will obviously tank my faith in Team Ninja, just straight up. But if I'm gonna, but let's just say, hey, this game is amazing. I think you should get it. Yes, and I might say like, yes, I do agree the price is very expensive. So if you can find a way to get it less expensive, by all means do so. But for me, the value of this game for me is great. Poofer blacklisted by Koei Tecmo for criticizing the price. Bro, if I'm fucked, okay? I already said, hey, I don't think Ninja Gaiden 4's deluxe edition is worth $90. Yeah, goodbye free copy. Whatever. If I lose it, so be it. I'm not gonna sacrifice my integrity for that. It's just a game. It's like 100. Look, all things considered, it's $110. My integrity is worth far more than that. Okay, if I don't get a free copy, whatever. If I never get featured for whatever reason by Team Ninja, like, I haven't gotten anything, so I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I'll still make content for it. Better hit up Master for a free theme Nioh 3 key before I take my block. Miss you. But yeah. No, I'm not selling. My integrity is priceless, so $110 for my integrity? Are you fucking kidding me? No way. I don't need to be featured. It's not a requirement. It's like, not at all. I will still make Nioh content anyway because I enjoy it. And I will happily speak my mind. But yeah. But so far, so leaving DLC outside, $70 is still a lot. But from what I am seeing, and this is all I'm going to focus on, is just enjoyment rather than like a cost, like analysis or anything like that. Leave it to other people who are more qualified than me, who have more knowledge about it in the first place. For me, the way that Nioh 3 is shaping up, all things considered, literally how it's shaping up, okay? How it's shaping up, like this Scampus, is looking pretty fucking awesome. To me, I'm excited for what I am seeing. The changes that I'm seeing are pretty fun. Now, if you don't like what you are seeing, vote with your wallet. By all means. Thing is, do you think Team Ninja is pushing the price forward or just following industry standard? I think they're following the industry standard that I do not like. I'm pretty sure the people who make the game, the developers themselves, I'm pretty sure the people who are actually making the game, who have like a real passion for creating this game, not really involved in that. Like the director and the producer, like they're just focused on directing and producing the game, not like the budget, not like the cost, not like salary negotiations, none of that shit. You know what, Rasul, you're done. You're retired. RPG Division already tore down Team Ninja whole career. You guys should watch them. Yeah, go for it. If you want to watch some Salt content, go for it. But yeah, I'm making content for a game that I enjoy. That is all that I'm going to focus on. Like, if there's potentially widespread pushback on Nioh 3's pricing, I don't think that'll do anything to the price of games overall. No, it'll just affect Team Ninja, that's it. But yeah, company is gonna company. That's all I'm gonna say. And, you know, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm just here to talk about what I enjoy. And that is, I enjoy Nioh for these reasons. If you want to hop in, great. If not, that's fine. No harm, no foul. Go ahead and be pissed off. If you're not a satisfied customer, then make your voice known. Vote with your wallet, for example. Yeah, even Scampus is angry about it. That's why I made that video about Ninja Gaiden 4. I wasn't happy with what the information I was getting, so I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna like pay full price for the deluxe edition. No way. I'm not paying $90 when some of the stuff I'm not happy with, like really unhappy with, no matter what I can think about. I'm like, I'm not. So I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $90. I'm just not. Like, that's a lot of money for something I'm unhappy about. For criticizing price while Team Ninja tells him to claim his salary tomorrow or special agent. What the hell? But yeah, like, it's cool. It's fine by me. It is what it is. So whatever frustrations you have, just know that I will, of course, be very understanding about it. And if you are curious about Nioh 3 stuff, you can always tune into my stuff. That's really it. And if not, if Nioh 3 pisses you off for whatever reason, like if you're really unhappy about, say, hey, 7 styles per weapon, for example, and that really bothers you, then don't buy the game. It's cool. It's cool. You don't have to, like, it's fine. I'm not going to say, oh, you got to buy the game. Where am I from? United States. But yeah. All right. You guys have any last minute things besides discussing corporate trends and industry things? Where am I from originally? The United States. I know I look Indian because I have an Indian family background. I know that. But no, I was born and raised in America. I give European vibes? No, not European. No, come on. You guys know. Sir, you know that I give the Comcast tech support vibe. Don't bullshit me. I have the skin color of your tech support person whose name is guaranteed to be Mr. Rahul, okay? Anyway. But yeah, so you guys have any questions about the Poofer, can I speak Hindi? Yeah, I can speak Hindi. You used to think Hispanic? Bro, I've had people think I'm Arab, I'm Hispanic, I'm Indian, and I'm American in like the weirdest places. Raul is your second name. You will get Bangalore? Yeah, pretty much. Hispanic? Yeah. Thing is, I can speak some of each of those languages very slightly, though. Nothing substantial. But yeah, I can speak Hindi. And the truth is you're Korean? Shit, I've been exposed. Okay, Basara, no Gaki-san. Okay, this is why I need to stop streaming. I'm done. Do you guys have any questions related to actual content from Nioh 3, or are we just now in shit posting mode? I like that we're discussing the pricing with the angry Scampus in the background. Okay. All right. Yeah, do not redeem the card! Do not redeem it! Why did you redeem it? That shit cracked me up when I saw it. I'm like, yes, Indian scammers getting scammed. I am proud. The company I work for opened an office in Bangalore, so at some point you'll get Bangalore, yeah. I think whoever's in charge of AI will realize it's still cheaper to hire an Indian person. Oh well. Alright, so if that's the case then I'm gonna dip out since there aren't any Nioh 3 content related questions. Thank you guys so much for being here, as always, and talking to me for basically 2 hours. My hope is that with the final bit of Tokyo Game Show footage that we will get information for a demo. I don't know. Fingers crossed at this point. And yeah, if we do get a demo, oh my gosh, that'd be great. I'm sure that would be amazing. And yeah. We've got a little bit to find out. All right, what's your Nioh 3 question? Please don't be bullshit. Actually, there was some news of some AI assistants. It's actually people in AI responding in Asia responding to you. Yeah, not surprised. Yeah, if it's about Gakis, I'm just gonna instantly stop the stream. Am I underutilizing Guardian Spirit abilities in Nioh 2, or are they generally just not good? The Guardian Spirit abilities in Nioh 2, like the talismans and stuff from Yokai Shift, are pretty cool. They're pretty valuable, but it's a little more difficult to use them in general. But I would say just experiment with them. Some of them are really cool. Some of them you may not like. Give it a shot, and I think you'll eventually figure out your flow. Rasul, I'm ignoring your stupid question. Will Nioh 3 beat Grand Theft Auto 6 for Game of the Year? I mean, probably not. I don't even really like Game of the Year as a main, like there's mainstream Game of the Year and my Game of the Year. My Game of the Year is gonna be Nioh 3, not GTA 6. All right, I'll just put it that way. I'm sure the Game Awards will be like GTA 6, the best thing ever. But I'm gonna be like, bro, I'm not gonna like. It's not Nioh 3, so I don't give a fuck. All right. I'm not, and by the way, I'm not here to like. I'm not here to change the course of the mainstream. I'm just here to have fun. If that happens to change the course of the mainstream, great. But frankly, I don't like. That's not something I'm really paying attention to. Dude, you know GTA 6 base game is gonna be like $150. And then like the collector's deluxe legacy edition is like $2 million with NFTs and gacha put into it. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, Game of the Year is just unfortunately just a marketing thing. So, oh well. Get the game that you enjoy the most. That is Game of the Year for you personally, not because other people say so. So, leave that with you. I'll leave that for you guys as I head out. Thank you so much for watching, for being here, and like I said, hopefully we get some good news about a demo in the next 24 hours. Don't know if that'll be the case, but I guess we will find out. Take care, and I will see everybody later. Bye!